Hello, my dear. How are you?
Good.
Thank you, Peter. Okay, today we had a look at the town that Vincent van Gogh was buried in, and his brother Theo, many years ago, of course, and he's a famous painter from Holland.
Dekje ophouden. Oké, dan ben je op dek. Ja, ik schuif hem op de kant, dus leg hem even aan de kant. Ik schuif hem gewoon mee. Dus even niet aanraken. Oké, kijk, dan een beetje tillen, een beetje. Ja. Ja. Oké, nog een beetje. Ja, nog een beetje. Oké, far enough. Can you hold it like this for a minute? Oké, je kan loslaten.
But they needed a place to, quiet place that nobody knew, because for example, a lot of cities, they hated the Germans. You can imagine, if your son is killed by, they don't like them to come to talk about peace. So they wanted a place where nobody knew where they were. So they ordered one train from, the German came with one train, and the French delegation, and not only the French, also Italian, Greek, and English, and so on. They came with a delegation with another train, and they meet there. The two trains meet, and they make something between the two trains so they could come and had a discussion. So that all happened here. And then, but then in the Second World War, of course, that was for Germany. They have to say, yes, we lose, yes, we give Elsass-Lothringen back, yes, 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 yes. So in the Second World War, Hitler took the same train back to Germany, and nobody knows exactly what happened, but it is destroyed anyway.
Yeah.
It is destroyed. So now they make it's also okay. Now they make a new. They had more trains like that, so it's not the exact one, but it is one like.
I believe it's one that was from the same time, the same epoch.
Yes, exactly.
But it's not the same train.
No, it's not, but it is not the same, but from the same time. So, and that museum is here, that's where we're going. And we go here, but it's a monument and it's a memory, so we are not biking, it's not allowed to bike there. So, but we can walk our bikes up to the museum.
Thank you, Lisby.
And now we're very close by the stables, but I don't have to tell you because you will smell it. Yeah.
If we see horses, can we stop for a few minutes?
Yeah, of course. We only did 28 now.
28.
But it feels like more
No, but
because
where's Chantilly in there?
come.
We made it.
We did.
That was a shortcut.
We did it.
How was your back, honey?
Pretty good. Come on, son, we're here.
Well, my name is Nellie Petronella. But anyway, you want to know about the Elodie and how we got to be interested in going with this barge. We have friends in Ontario, and they had done this a couple of times already when we heard about it. And so we thought that would be a nice way to holiday. So the first time we used the Elodie, we went with another couple and we did the tulip tour. And of course, after a week, you feel, all right, it was too short, so let's do this again. Basically, we have already done 4 different tours, and this is our 5th. And we've never gone more than 10 days. That was the Amsterdam to Bruges trip. And we have encountered all kinds of weather. It was too hot. There were times when we had 3 seasons in one day. Oh, it blew so hard, and then we had hail, and in the morning the sun shone. So it could be anything. All these trips, of course, I've done with my husband Andy, as well as with friends. Andy, I think, enjoys them too.
I do. I enjoyed it very much. That's why we're here back again. We thought it'd be marvelous if we could have the whole barge with a bunch of friends. And so that's been Nellie's particular goal for a long time. We wanted to come 2 years ago, of course, but because of COVID, it got postponed a couple of times. And finally, luckily, this year it finally happened.
So when was this trip? When did you start planning this?
In 2018 is when we came back from, we had Nana and Mary and Irene and Ted, and another couple that's not here this time. And we came back having had such a great time. And that was the trip that was Amsterdam Bruges. And we just loved it so much. Everybody said, we have to do this again. And so I said, yes, but let's skip next year and let's do it in 2020. Which, if we had known, of course, what would happen, we might have gone in 2019. Anyway, we planned it for 2020. We were all set. It was to be in June 2020. And then, of course, COVID happened, pandemic. So we had to postpone till the next year. No problem, we'll go next year. And then we had to postpone again. And here we finally are. And it was so easy to actually put the group together, because the core group of us that had said, let's do this again, they were going to come. Mary was bringing her husband this time. Somebody else knew Bridie. Bridie knew Ed and Denise. Ted and Irene knew Kitty and Peter. And who did we bring on? Anyway, Nana, of course, wanted to come again, loves biking. And so the group just grew. I mean, I invited Lisby to come along, and
Sydney and
Hank. And then Sydney and Hank had a friend called Angela, bring her on to share a cabin with Lisby. And it just all fell into place. And before you know it,
we have the booking.
We have the booking, 16 people, and they were all solid. It was not like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm going. It was always, no, we're going to do this.
Yeah, it's been an awesome tour for Denise and I.
So far, yeah.
Our first guided tour, we biked, many times in Europe. Well, 3 times, up to a 4th, but this is our first guided, and it's been awesome.
Yeah. It's loose enough, like you have the option to stay on board if you're tired, if you're feeling 100%, or if you just want the day off and read a book, or you can just join the group. I hate to lose out on a day, because you never know what interesting sights you'll come across. And on the other hand, the exercise is great. It's never that you say, oh, this is just too much. Now, mind you, we have encountered pretty good weather. Sure, it's been a bit rainy in the mornings, but nothing too much. And
yeah, you never know what thing you're going to see on one day that's meaningful to you. For example, today, we were just wandering through the area behind the old fort here in town and encountered this statue or monument, which is on the list of things to see, but we hadn't read it, so we really didn't know. But it's about the grieving mother over her dead son, a soldier, and she's saying something like the equivalent of "you bastard" sort of thing, or something like that. You've done this to my son. and very touching, moving
Yeah.
monument.
It's the anger
Yeah.
about war.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I ask you how old you guys are?
Yes, I've had my 80th birthday last November. But as they say, you don't stop cycling because you're old. You get old because you stop cycling. And so that's my motto. And I would like to make plans for next year. Because my youngest daughter, I said to her, would you like to do this with me next year? And she said, Mom, I would love it. And so why shouldn't I plan for next year?
Awesome.